Anyway, there was all kinds of different ones. There was little curly Q things that were round, and the hair came around it like that. Like you could see the hair around the back of it, and it would go into the where the tightening screw is. Then there was my favorite one I ever saw was a French one. I can't remember the maker. It's a famous maker now, but the hair would go into the frog, and there was a marble that was where the eye is there. That was a marble, a glass marble, and the hair would wrap around the marble, and you would
Oh,
burn the marble, the maker would, until it's the right tension, and then glue it in there. And apparently, all the violinists from the late 1800s, when the daguerreotype photos were around, would put little tiny pictures of nudes behind the marble. But anyway, so there's all these different crazy little designs, but this is what won out, and this is why you see this frog now. Primarily, it's very rare to see a different kind of frog, and it was a French style, and that's why it's called a frog. Because back in the 1800s, they considered the French to be eaters of frogs. That's what they called them, and indeed they did, and so that's why it's called the frog. It was a mystery, and then a violinist, freelance violinist here in the city, told me about that. He's also a big Bo fan. This guy's got, for a freelance musician, he's got a Mustang that's all tricked out for racing, and he's got two $80,000 bows and one $120,000 bow. And I got to play the $80,000 one. You wouldn't believe that thing, man. That was like completely effortless, but not great for fiddle music because it was way too light. And the damn thing was flying away on me all the time. It was actually more work, so I had to dig in more. But definitely a nice touch. Anyway, there you go. That's
I come from the French part of Ohio, right on the border.
I,
And we do eat frogs, and we also eat muskrat. Yeah, because yeah, as the French do. Ew.
yeah,
It's disgusting.
I don't do it. I'm not going to eat a frog. Anyway, okay, so let's get warmed up, and we learned some tunes. There's some tunes to practice, I think, for sure. So let's get warmed up, and then we'll take a look at what we learned recently, and we'll strengthen everything up. Speed and intonation. All right, let's start off with what key? Let's do a D, D major in an octave and a half. My tuner crashed. Must have been playing so out of tune that it gave up. Okay. There we go. Okay, D major. A one, two, nice and slow. Arpeggio, ready, low it. Cool. Love this bow. My God. Okay, so how's everybody feeling about D? Did that work out okay? Not too bad? That's good. Let's do it a little quicker. Same exact thing, but quicker and stronger. A one, two, three, go. That's good. Let's go a bit quicker. So it's going to be like this, just to give you a heads up. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, now I wasn't 100%. There was 2 notes there that were slightly sharp. So we're going to do it again. Take stock of yourself, take inventory, see what worked, what didn't, and we're going to try it again, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Better for me, definitely better. I still had 2 notes, but they were only slight, and the rest were solidly giving me green. How did you guys do? Doing good? Let's do some. Did we do those double stops last time in the key of D? Remember that? Let's do that, because I need a little settling in for myself with Dad's fiddle. It's a little different. The neck is slightly smaller and the action's kind of higher, so I could use a little bit of warm up with that. So let's do 2 bows per note. Okay, and we'll go through nice and slow. Ready, go. Okay, now that might have been a bit messy, so we haven't done it in a while and figuring it out a little bit, so we'll give it another go here, but that's the set there. That's the pattern that we're going to do. Let's give it another go. This bow is doing it all for me, and that's the thing about a nice bow like that, is that if it's doing the work for you, you got to be careful not to get in the way. And that's what I find myself doing right now. Trying not to do anything. Just let the bow do it. And that can be a little bit of a challenge. Anyway, let's try it again. You can tell me how I did after. Ready, go. Much better that time. I just got to get out of the way and the bow will just do it for me. How did you guys do? No? What happens with you, Deborah?
I don't know the pattern.
Oh, do you want me to send it to you?
Sure.
Yeah, I have it written out. Hold on.
I was trying to go by what the G was, like the G double stop. I was trying to emulate it, but I was off somewhere.
There are a lot of possibilities with double stops too. This is just an example, so it's easier to just read it. Oh, I was doing it for beginners. That's why I had it here. Okay. So now I'll forward it to Deborah. I'll try it again. There you go. And for now, I'll put it up on my screen so you can see it. So you don't have to go digging for it right now. That's not it. That is. Can you see that all right? And look, it's brilliant calligraphy, so you should have no problem reading it. I pride myself on my excellent calligraphy. Okay, one more go here. Nice and easy with the no pushing on the bow. Let the bow pull the sound out. Ready, go. Brilliant sound. The key of D. So is that helping, Deborah? Yeah. Yeah. It's a good thing to practice. It's a really, really good thing to practice. Now, maybe we could move our bows just a little bit quicker and do it one more time. Okay? So more like this. It would be a little bit more challenging, but I think we can do it. A 1, 2, here we go. How did you guys find that going fast? How did you do? Harder. The bow digs in on its own. That's what you got to be careful of. Any comments or insights about doing double stops?
Yeah, Dan, I'm just wondering, like at the virtuosic level, is anyone ever asked to play one of the notes in a double stop louder than another?
No, I've
Oh,
never heard of
good,
that.
good, good.
Yeah, good indeed. That would be a challenge. I mean, you could do it. You would just have to, well, it would be tricky because you would have to kind of like find the balance between weight and pressure just on the one string and leave the other, because you can't get, the thing is, you can't get a whole lot more volume with weight. You know, you can get a tiny bit more, and that's why people get confused. They think that to play louder, you dig in. You know, that's the common thing, but it's actually the speed of bow. So it would be hard to move your bow different speeds on each string. You know, I certainly have never heard of that, but now you got me curious. So I'm going to pick the brains of violinists that I know and find out if you ever have to do that. That would be insane. But you know, you probably do. It probably is a thing, god damn it. Anyway, okay. So let's see. So what's the last things we learned there, guys? We learned some polkas, I remember that. But we also learned, let me see here. Look on the YouTube channel is the best thing to do.
I wasn't here last week, but you sent music for Irish Hearts to the Ladies.
Oh, lovely. That's a great tune. Yeah, okay, we'll practice that one.
There's one piece I'd like you to just play because it doesn't sound right to me, but
Which one is that?
in the Hearts in Irish Hearts to the Lady in the second part, something just seems to change in the tone, like in the like you're going along with the jig, and then all of a sudden it's like the beat changes or the anyways.
Let me see here. Let me play it.
Did you guys play it last week?
We did? Okay.
Okay.
So much has happened since then. You know what's happened was an 8-year-old's birthday party. Well, she's turning 9 tomorrow. And it happened on Saturday, and we had 7 little girls here staying over. It's insane. It was bedlam is what it was. And it was 1:30 in the morning when they finally stopped chattering to each other and passed out somehow. And then they were up at 6. It was quite hilarious, but anyway, it was big. It was a whole weekend. So let me play this tune. You see if you can pinpoint what you're talking about there. Great tune.
Yeah, I got it. There was one little thing. It's okay.
You understand now?
Yeah.
Okay, well, why don't we start off with that one? We'll go right slow since it's new to some people. And we'll just do it 100 times until it starts to get good. Sylvia was a very good host with her friend. I kept going in. I kept going in to try to get them to stop chattering and laughing and jumping all over each other and stuff like that. And then they started to settle down a little bit. And I go in there, and because I heard her go to her room and back, and she got a book for everybody. So all 7 little girls had a book. And then one of them was having trouble going to sleep with the light coming in the window. So Sylvie goes in her room. She comes out with 7 sleep masks. I don't even know where she found them. And I look in there, and they're all got the little sleep masks on. Just a riot. Oh my God. Okay, so let's play Irishman's Heart, and we're gonna do it like say 3, maybe 4 times. We'll see. I'll look at the fatigue levels, and we'll get good at this tune. I love this tune. All right. Key of A. That's all right. D is good practice for the key of A. Okay, let's give it a go. So it's gonna go slow at first. Do it again. Everybody looks like they're getting along just fine there, though. I'm not seeing any problems. Deborah, you look like you're getting along fine there. Yeah, that's good. Okay, we'll go a little faster. We're just going to do a little rosining.
So, Dan, I remember you saying once that you don't want a trough in your rosin,
Yeah.
and you don't want to have rosin on the sides of the hairs. Like, why is that?
It dries out and gets crystalline and can cause little, like, it's almost like you throw gravel between your bow and your strings.
Okay, all right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And with the trench, not only that, like you don't want to really rosin the sides of your bow too much. Because when you rosin your bow, the new rosin pushes the old rosin out to the side type of thing. You know, you're putting it on
Okay. Hmm.
rosin and the old rosin goes out. So you kind of want to, you don't want to put new rosin there because it'll kind of impede that process, right? But the big main thing about the trench in your rosin is that it dries out your rosin prematurely because the air can get in there, you know? And then people typically will have like a dried out piece of rosin was very dry there down the middle and it'll break, you know what I mean? And then just dry out completely. And dried out rosin is no good.
Okay.
My fingers seem to want to start the B part on B. I can't break that. I don't know.
I'd much rather start it on B.
Okay, so it's okay.
Oh yeah, pickup notes are totally optional, eh? That's your own
Okay.
decision, really. It's the first place that you hear people change the music to, like different players.
Okay.
Is the pickup notes commonly is the first thing that you hear change, you know? So totally up to you. I would agree. Like the A is fine, but the B is way better, in my opinion.
Okay.
All right, one more time, shall we? Now let's start at that speed, and we'll get even faster. I don't think it'll be a problem. Okay. Oh, 1, 2, 3. One more. How did we do? That was like almost up to speed. It was like jogging tempo. Deborah, what happened to you?
Since I just learned it this afternoon, it's a little slow, but it's not hard. It's just
Yeah. Just nothing 100 times won't solve.
Yeah, also, I can't print it for some reason. It's not allowing me to print, so I have to look on my screen. So it's out of context. If you know what I mean.
Okay, well, that's not insurmountable then. How about you, Susan? How did you do?
It's like typing faster, a little less accurate.
Ah, and when you say accurate, are you talking about intonation or just playing the right note?
Intonation.
Intonation. Now,
I'm
here's
close.
what's that?
It's close, but it's enough off to really be jarring to me.
And is it flat?
I would say it's a little more random than that, but probably a little more sharp.
Probably sharp?
Yeah, I tend to tighten up.
Okay,
And my fingers
yes.
forward.
Yeah, because there's two things that happen. There's two possibilities that happen to intonation when the tempo goes up. You either go flat or you go sharp, obviously. But the reason is because when people tend to be flat when the tempo goes up, it's because you're failing to bring in the finger pressure necessary for each note because the tempo has gone up. And so you don't have time to bring that in. See what I mean? It's over before you realize you need to bring in the extra pressure. The way that I battle that with people is to just press harder across the board, a tiny little bit harder as the tempo goes up. Anticipate that flatness. See what I mean? Now the sharp thing is tension. The arm comes up, the notes get sharp, and it's because you're kind of see that, and it's a normal thing. It happens to me too. I battle it by breathing. Just like the yoga missus tells everybody to do all the time. Out. Breathing out like this. All the time. Next available exhale, go like this. See that? And it makes you relax. The other thing is try not to pinch. Because when you pinch on the neck, up she comes. It ratchets it right up there. Okay? So staying relaxed and staying not pinched. Now, how about you, Elizabeth? What happened when we went fast?
Well, I confess I'm trying really hard on my bowing,
Yeah.
and so yeah, that trips me up for a few bars, and then it's over.
I
But
understand.
sorry, who did you say about who did you quote about the breathing out and reaching out? Who says that?
Yoga with Adrienne.
Oh, with yoga. Okay, so reaching. Okay.
Breathing, right? Like breathing, you know how she's always going on, breathe into it.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
hate that.
hanging
I
on
hate the
about
breathing, but anyway.
that. I did yoga with Adrienne today. We did center. So me and Jen are sorry, reset. So me and Jen are now reset for the
Oh,
day.
you're reset.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
I feel totally reset. Anyway, shall we try one more time at that tempo, the same
Sure.
same tempo, and everybody knows what we're going to do. So Susan's going to relax. Deborah's just going to keep hacking away at the rainforest, and Elizabeth is going to try to relax about the bowing. Like it's no big deal. Like, and jigs are very forgiving because you're supposed to be able to whatever you do going up, you should be able to do going down. So that's the nature of it, right? Diddle a downity, but then an uppity, right? They're both supposed to be the same. So if you're going the opposite direction, try not to beat yourself up too much about it. Okay, let's give it another go. Great old tune. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That looked like a little bit more success that time around. It's great. Yeah, great tune. Okay, another jig. Let's see what other jigs we were doing. Good to make hay while the sun's shining. Let me see here. What's the other jig we were doing? We're doing. I think we were doing practicing Cliffs of Moher, but that's not like a new one. Let me see what we got here. Oh, you know what we should do sometime is Calliope House. That's a great tune. And a very, very
I'm sorry, which one is it again?
Calliope House. Have you ever heard of that tune?
Did we play it on Wednesday nights?
You might have. Not with me.
Oh, okay, no, then no.
Oh, let me play it for you. It's by Dave Richardson from the Boys of the Loch. It's an extremely popular tune. Everybody plays it. Now, he originally composed it in the key of E because he was playing the mandolin, and it's really great in the key of E, but everybody plays it in the key of A because key of E is very difficult, like on the fiddle and stuff like that.
Which
But-
book is it in?
That's a good question. I don't
Not
know.
here in Sandy's book, I don't think.
I don't think it's in there, but I can take a quick check.
It's C-A-L-I-O-P-E. C-A-L-I-O-P.
LL, I think IOPE.
I've seen that tune somewhere.
Yeah, it's a very famous tune. Yeah, it is in Sandy's book, page 12, people.
Oh, then okay, that's where I've seen it then.
Yeah.
Oh, Calapia. Yeah, okay, I've heard of this, but
Okay, good.
well, I think I have. I don't know, it's marked in my book, so we must have played it sometime.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me if the Celtic Orchestra played it at some time because, like I said, it's such a popular tune. Everybody plays it. Now, you know what's nice is that in Sandy's book here, it's in the key of E. Well, it's not exactly nice because nobody plays it in E. Let me see if I can find one in the key of A. But that is the original key, and that's why it's nice because that was the key that it was written in. But let me just check out what's on the session.org here. Okay. 22 settings. Oh my God.
I have,
Pick the easy one.
Yeah.
for some reason, I have several copies on my desktop and they all have 4 sharps.
They're all in the key of E. Okay, I found one here. This is in D. That's what I meant. D, not A. People usually play it in D. Let me just make sure this is a good version.
Oh, I love this song.
Great tune, eh?
The Baron
Very-
McNeil's play it.
Oh, definitely. No,
Yeah.
they're friends with Dave Richardson from the Boys of the Loch, so that doesn't.
Well, Mrs. the mother taught me step dancing, and the bagpiper guy taught me chording on piano at the Gaelic College.
Matt McIsaac.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jean McNeil. That's
Is she still alive? Is Jean
just
still alive?
died. She just recently died in the
Oh,
last
okay.
week, but apparently she had dementia for years, and she finally died there not long ago. But she was also my step dancing teacher. She tried. That's what when I emailed the boys there, the Barras, when their mom died, I said, your mother tried desperately to teach me how to step dance, and she was up against a lot.
I was her second challenge, I'm afraid. But anyways,
Yeah, she was a great lady.
Yeah.
Very positive person. Okay, looks like a good version. I'm going to play it and make sure. terrible, terrible. Newfoundland whistler, you suck. Let me see here. This looks like it might be good. It's weird. Just give me a sec, guys. It's worth it. I don't know what it is with people.
Should we just play with the regular one? Because sometimes the notes aren't like the bad notes that are hard to play. Sometimes aren't even in the song very much.
You're right, and this is kind of like that. It's just that you're not going to run into it in that key. But you know what? We'll learn it in the original E, and then you'll find you can adapt it to the key of D really easy. I mean, obviously D is a lot easier than E. But let me play it in the key of E so that you can look at it while I'm playing it. Okay? You guys all have Sandy's book there. So now another thing about this tune is that people start this tune with the B part. So when I was playing it growing up, we always started it with the B part. And I didn't even know that until I became an adult and was playing tunes with people. And I realized that the A part is is this one. That's the original. But lots of people play it with the B part as the A part because it's kind of a better opener. So that's another thing you'll run into with this tune is people starting it on either part. You got to just kind of pay attention. So in the original, we start with this kind of, well, here, let me just play it. All right, not that hard. You're right, Deborah. There are no D's in this tune on the A string, so we don't have to worry about that note at all. The only note that we have to stretch for is the G on the D string there, the D3. But that's only once per part. So I think that doing it in the key of E would be a very good thing to do. And then we'll learn how to switch gears on a tune and do it in a different key, which will also be very good. Anyway, so there you go. Great tune, very well known, played by Sandy. And I forgot to tell you, Susan, guess where I played on Sunday? The Bow and Arrow on Yonge Street. Do you remember Sandy's thing on Yonge Street?
Yeah.
On Sundays?
I used to go there as well.
What a time, eh? What an amazing time. I used to go to them too. And then I got in touch with, this guy got in touch with me. He's another musician, a jazzer. And his friend owns this restaurant, he said, called Nevizad. It's a Turkish place. And he wants to do Celtic music on a Sunday. And so me and the boys go to there last night. And we go in the front door. And it seemed familiar, the place. And the owner guy is really nice. He owns 11 other restaurants in Istanbul. 11 other restaurants. Anyway, and we're talking to him, and I said, you know, this is really cool because my friend Sandy McIntyre, who's gone now, used to do a thing on a Sunday at a place called the Bow and Arrow. I think it's around here. He says, this is the Bow and Arrow. And suddenly I was like, oh, it is! It is the Bow and Arrow! So anyway, so now we're playing there every Sunday evening, me and the boys, which is really cool. So I'm going to get in touch with Brian. I'm going to try to get the old gang out every Sunday. It'd be hilarious. My God, can you imagine? Okay, and he would have played this tune for sure. So let me play it a good couple of times while you're looking at it, and then we're going to crack into it. Okay? Yes.
So are you starting with the B part?
I'm going to start exactly the way it's written, the way you're looking at it in the book.
Okay.
Okay?
Wait.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm unmuted. Yeah, I don't have it. Can you
Oh, I'll send it to you. No
please?
problem.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you.
No problemo.
Yeah, I don't have a book. Like I looked at the Google Drive and I don't think I'm connected.
It's not the Google Drive, it's a Dropbox. I will send it to you right this second.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Dropbox. I just recently found out I'm paying like $20 a month for Dropbox. It went up. And I've just been paying it. It's not ideal. I think I
Yeah,
might.
everything's creeping up.
Oh, it's insane actually.
Yes.
The price of groceries is what's really getting me.
It's
Like
nuts.
I went to Costco the other day, and me and Jerome did, and we do it all the time. We go to Costco, and we usually do our run is usually about $450 or so, and it lasts us for a good 3 weeks. And we went and did the same exact run, and it was $700.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's about 30% higher. It's just
Yeah, no, it's
just
disheartening. I got to tell you.
and we've got you know, my husband likes to garden and we do grow some vegetables, but it's like, yeah, I think we're gonna be growing more.
Yeah, we're gonna be seriously growing vegetables this summer. I'll tell you that. Especially now that our we're done with the house and we can uh, concentrate on the backyard there and the garden. That's gonna be my job all summer. Elizabeth, where are you? Here it is. Okay, so I just shared the whole folder with you there, Elizabeth, and now I'm going to put this particular tune up on my screen so you can see it. And then we'll hack into it. Oh, a little too big. Okay, can you see that okay? All right, now I'm going to play it a couple of times while you're looking at it. I'll do it again. See that? Fairly straightforward, not that hard really. And the setup of it is very, very simple, really. And the ending is a twofer, which you gotta love. Ending is the same for the A part and the B part. So in the A part, we got this repeated B thing. Give me 1 second while I tell Sylvie to move on to her theory homework. Sylvia, you gonna move on to your theory homework? Okay, can you do that now? Because you've been on for almost an hour there. I know, it's all right. That's why I'm coming to tell you. You gonna move on? Okay. All right. She's moving on to theory homework. Okay, so we got this repeated B thing. And if I were you, I'd plunk that B down and leave it there. And if you look at, this is my go-to in the key of E. You see this? One finger on the A string and the E string. That's your E double stop that gets you through a lot of E major tunes. So that I would certainly put that there. Do all that whole passage with just moving one finger and lean in one finger. See that? And that means every time I go back to that B, it's exactly the same. So let's do that. Let's do the first phrase, which is going to be just that much. So just the first line, basically. We'll go really slow. Ready, go. And that's kind of the next phrase there. The last bar of the first line is really the next phrase. And the C in the bar previous is the pickup for that phrase. Let's try it again. Same thing. Ready, go. One more time to be sure. Ready, go. Okay, now the next bit here is your classic intermediary bit. Okay, let's go right, slow, and get that. B, C, D, B. Ready, go. Let's do that again. Same phrase. Ready, go. One more time, same thing. Ready, go. Okay, now if we have that, which I think you probably have, we're going to try stringing it together. Okay, we're going to start at the top and see how far we get. It's the same thing happens, the first phrase happens again. And then the ending is very similar to the middle phrase. And then it just goes. Let's try the last two bars of the third line. The GBG at the top there. Let's just try that much. Ready, go. Again. It's a hard one to tune. Yep.
I'm sorry, I don't know where you are. You said the third bar.
No, third line, last two bars.
Third line, last two bars. Okay, I thought I was there, but
Yeah, see, play me what you have at the third line, last two bars.
well, it's gotta be the same as you.
I'd say. Yep, that's it. Yep.
Well, kind of.
The last two bars. You just did the last three bars, but we're just doing the high G B G, and F E C E E. Okay, let's do it again. It's up there. It's hard to tune. Ready, go. do it again. Ready, go. One more go. Ready, go. Okay, and that's good to get because it's the ending for the B part too. Now, theoretically and by rights, we should be able to get right from one end of this thing to the other. Okay, so let's give it a try. We're going to try the whole A part. And just give me 1 second to yell at the girl again. She's doing it. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it again. Little faster. How are we doing? Great. Everybody getting it? Any questions? No? Excellent. Very good. Now the second part, the B part here, is kind of more into a little bit more intuitive. Okay, and all it is the but. It's got all those high B's. A great multitude. There's,
Are you playing a different variation on the second bar and the second line?
yes, I did. I was playing a GBG.
Okay,
But you know,
it sounds better.
you like that better? Okay, well there you go. GBG is what I'm doing there.
Okay,
Anyway, so yeah, in the first two bars, there's 7 high Bs. So that's a lot of high Bs, you know? And again, I would just kind of watch my hand the way I do that. Oh, there you go. See how I got those fingers kind of lined up there? So when I take off the pinky, they're just there. See that? Okay, that's very important for that. Anyway, let's give this a try here. We'll just do the first 2 bars and practice that a few times, that move. Okay, slow. Ready, go. Let's do it again. Ready, go. flat spell for me. Do it again. Ready, go. We'll try one more time. Ready, go. And then we got a high A, which you can roll on if you want. So that's the way they do it. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now we've got those first 2 bars. Let's get the second 3 bars. Or no, the second 2 bars. So the high A and what comes after. Ready, go. Do that again. Ready, go. Let's get that in there, because it's a little tricky. Ready, go. Okay. And again, the rest of it is the same as the A part there. Except the endings, okay? So that's it. So now let's try playing the first 4 bars of that B part all together, the first 4 bars, all right? Here we go. I am using this tune to get my high B tamed in. Here we go. Ready, go. Keep going. See that? Pretty painless, eh? The B part's a lot easier for sure. Okay, you see how all that goes together? Let's do it again. B part. We'll do it a good few times. Ready, go. Let's do it again. Same thing. Everybody getting that? Not that hard, eh? All right, so now take a little roll out and a breather, and we're going to try the whole thing, and I'm just going to make sure somebody's doing her theory homework, okay? We're going to try it right from the top. I'm glad we're doing this in the key of E. I think it's really, for me, it's very good practice on the high Bs. Sylvie, go do your theory homework, please. You haven't done it. It's still sitting on the kitchen table. It's on the kitchen table, girl. Okay. So do some and then do your dance, and there's that. Okay. Okay, here we go. I'll count us in. 1, 2, 3. From the top. One more time. Breather, how we doing? Tell me about your experience.
I was confused. I thought we were going to the B part, and then all of a sudden, like we never went to the B part. I thought we were playing through the whole thing.
We did.
Well, I was missing it. I wasn't.
Oh,
I don't know what was wrong, but some of the notes I was expecting something was different, and then it was throwing me off.
okay.
It's just me.
Were we going too fast? Because I felt like I didn't really slow that one down.
No, it wasn't going fast. The speed was good, but I was just getting mixed up in the song. Some of the phrases weren't what I was expecting.
Okay.
That's me. That's just
Okay,
me.
well, we'll just try to give it another crack there for sure. How about you, Susan? How'd you do?
Actually, okay, the last time we played it. All of a sudden I got the timing change that was different on the last two endings.
Oh yeah, dum dee diddle dee di diddle da, and
And then it's just da 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 da. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. How about you, Elizabeth? How'd you do?
Okay, I can't see the music very well, so
You mean on the screen here?
yeah. So anyway, I'm managing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Want me to make it bigger?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I finally found it. I'll print it off.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's excellent. Okay, let's try it again then. We won't speed it up. We'll do it exactly the same. Yes? You guys sign off? Okay, that's cool. Yes, Deborah?
So there's no repeat on the first part. Like
That's right. It's just all one big long part.
the second part has a repeat.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, then I don't know what I did wrong.
Okay, that's all right. Don't worry about it. Let's do it again. We'll do it a few more times, and then that'll be good for tonight. We did lots of good work tonight. Susan signed off, so we'll make it an early night. And then I can have a hope of getting Sylvie to do her practicing. Okay, let's give it another go. Another few goes. Same exact speed. Okay, ready, go. B part. Again. One more time from the top. Looking good, looking good. I think you're getting it. You got it sorted there, Deborah.
Yeah, it's funny because my dog is singing.
Okay.
The little dog is singing away, and I keep thinking she wants to go out, but she's singing.
I guess she likes the key of E.
She does. There's certain keys that she sings to, and that's one of them. So it was kind of funny.
Well, it was making me think as we were doing that. It said, like, I'm appreciating the practice in the key of E, I gotta say, for the B's and the G's and the different challenges in that key. And it's so good for the ear. So I think maybe we should learn a couple more in the key of E next week. There's one called Malcolm Finley. Have you guys ever heard that tune?
No.
Play it for you. It's one of these E tunes that this Scottish fiddle player wrote a long, long time ago that has no D's. So you don't have to worry about it at all. Kind of like this Calliope House has no D's. So, but Malcolm Finley is... great tunes. Great. My family used to play it all the time.
I'm trying to think who else plays that.
Everybody.
I've heard it on somebody's tape at some
Oh
point.
yeah. Well, Sandy played it. Sandy played it all the time, and the Barras played it. But anyway, very popular tune. Malcolm Finley. I can't remember who wrote it now, but I think it's. I don't think it's in Sandy's book. I'll have to find a version of it for sure. And then it's out of the Thousand Fiddle Tunes book, I think. And then the other one is MacArthur Road, which is, let me just see here. I got to remember how it goes. MacArthur Road, it's not in here.
Come say hi. Come say hello. Come say hi. Come.
How's Oreo?
Oreo is good, but she was a little bit traumatized by the girls dragging her around at the party. You know what I mean? The poor thing. They had her every which way you could imagine. But
So she didn't get the face mask. Oreo didn't get a face mask.
That would have
she
been
didn't
cute.
get the eye mask. No.
That would have been so cute. Take a picture of them with the eye mask. The little cat.
It was so funny. I didn't get a picture of that because it was dark. But it was so funny. I walk in there, they're all wearing face masks and trying to go to sleep.
I think it's good you didn't get a picture. Someone would have thought you were someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's taking pictures of kids sleeping in their beds. So let me see. That's not it. Hold on. MacArthur Road. Oh, I know why. I got that wrong.
I'm so glad we're learning this Calliope House because I always thought it was so hard, and it's not that bad. Well,
No.
at a slow speed, it's not bad. I'm not sure I can play it really fast, but still.
Yeah, no, and it's not. It isn't hard, and it's such a great tune. Now, here's the MacArthur Road. People have heard that, I'm sure. Like it's been recorded like a million times. Great tune, and you can see that it's great practice in the key of E, and you have to practice getting your high C's. Now, and that reminds me that we haven't done in a while the C major in 2-octave scale, where we got to get the high C with the pinky, and I think it might be valuable.
I have never done that.
Oh, we will do it. We will do it next week, and I'll make a video in the meantime. I'll show you it before we sign off. Here's C major in 2 octaves using the pinky. That's it. That's all it is. And the thing is, you don't get freaked out about it because there's no black note between B and C on the piano, right? That's a half step. So that means that the pinky, just like every other finger, it's stretched position. That's all that is. Just like when you're playing in the key of A and you got to stretch the third on the G and the D. In this one, you just stretch the pinky and you get the high C.
But
And
I thought you played it on that and then stretched it and played.
yeah, you play both. You play the B,
Okay.
and then you play the C, and then you play the B again. And what's so useful about that is getting to know the difference between B and C in your ear. Because up there, they're very close. And when you get to know that difference between the two notes, very strengthening for the upper register playing, the high playing. Okay, so that's the plan for next week. C in 2 octaves, E major, and working on the high stuff. So if you need earplugs for yourself, next week would be when you need to use them. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna go see if I can get that girl to practice her dance.
Okay,
Thanks,
bye.
Elizabeth.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks a
And
lot,
Elizabeth,
guys.
I'm sending it tomorrow.
Okay,
Oh,
thank
that's
you.
fine.
Thank you.
Sounds great.
Okay, bye.
See you guys later.